Hey guys, my name's Caitlin, and this summer I got to go to South Africa with Quo, and it was an amazing 2 week adventure all over Africa, and it was incredible. Every day was a new adventure. I got to experience so many new things that I never thought I would ever get to see. We started our adventure in Johannesburg, and we got to go tour the Apartheid Museum, which was so eye opening. And then we got to go and walk around Soweto, which is a township there. And while we were there, we got to play with these cute little kids at a daycare. And I honestly would have been content if they left me at the daycare for the rest of the 2 weeks because I loved those kids. After Johannesburg, we made our way to Chikudu, which is a bush camp, and it is filled with wild animals right from the beginning. We saw a cheetah in the first 20 feet of being in the camp. That's something. So while we were there, we saw 4 out of the big 5, which includes this elephant. I took this picture. And a rhino. And even we got to pet a cheetah. Like, these are things I never would have gotten to experience if I stayed home. Which, speaking of experiences, we got to sleep outside with lions. This was the night sky as we camped out in the bush, and it was amazing. I never in my lifetime thought that I would get to go to Africa, let alone sleep with lions. Crazy? Yes. Worth it? Even more so. After our sad goodbye to the bush camp and our guide, Richard, we headed to Cape Town. And Cape Town is stunning. I knew I had high hopes for Cape Town, but it surpassed anything I could have imagined. While we were there, we got to go to the top of Table Mountain, and we also got to hike to the Cape of Good Hope, which is the most southwestern point in Africa. I worked very hard for this picture. It was amazing, and I loved every second of my adventure. I loved getting to meet the locals. This program is so different from going to Europe or going to Australia. I've been to both, but Africa was by far my favorite. It was so different. It was such a culturally immersed program. And I loved getting to spend time with the locals and getting to eat lunch with the high school kids. I never realized I would have so much in common with someone on the other side of the world. And now I have so many new friends in South Africa, and I never thought that would happen. So honestly, the only regret I have about this whole trip is that I should have gone sooner. I waited, and I shouldn't have waited.